Event Center with Amanda Siley. I'm Josh Roundtree. Amanda, both of these teams to get to this point are obviously very deep in talent, but there's two players in particular, one on each side, that are really going to stand out.
Absolutely. Jordan Thompson, a three-time unanimous AAC Player of the Year, had a very solid performance last night, 27 kills on 67 attempts for the Bearcats. And on the other side for the Panthers, Kayla Lund, the first ACC Player of the Year in program history, didn't have her best performance last night, but she doesn't always have to have it going as the Panthers have a very deep offense, Josh.
Yeah, those two have just been terrific all year. Jordan Thompson, the NCAA leader in kills for each of the last two seasons. Lund, meanwhile, comes in 10 kills away from 1,000 in her career. Two to look out for tonight for sure here in Pittsburgh. Bearcats will begin with the serve. Again, winners last night 3-1 over VCU. They were led by Thompson in that match. She was tremendous as normal. We'll send back Kirsten Ficker for the opening serve. Panthers and the Cats. And the first point is out, and it goes Cincinnati's way.
That was a little bit of a tight set to start off. Janaza Ende didn't really have a lot of options there, just had to try and push that over the net, but not able to get it to happen that time.
And Ficker serve out long that time, the freshman from Cincinnati. Ties it up at 1. Molly Alvey is the head coach of the Bearcats. Her 11th year as an NCAA coach, 8th year at Cincinnati. Picked up win number 200 in her career. Previously the head coach at Houston and was a D2 coach as well at Southern Indiana, an assistant at Ole Miss and at Temple as well. Played her college volleyball at Center College in Kentucky. Great play by Haley Hilligus, the libero from Pittsburgh. They work it out to Thompson, big drive, ball way back, and Lexus Akeo trying to save it, can't do it. It's a kill for Jordan Thompson. And you will hear her name a whole lot tonight, Amanda.
Absolutely. As we said, she had 67 attack attempts, and that's just a normal night for Jordan Thompson. She's probably used to actually jumping more in her career. Redshirt senior has almost 6,000 attack attempts. Could you imagine jumping 6,000 times, Josh?
No, no, I certainly cannot. So the second service error, however, on the Bearcats, and that will even it up. And now Zoe Faki comes off the bench to come in for the serve. Redshirt junior out of Athens, Greece. Faki played a key role in this round last year. They lost Kayla Lund against Michigan in the second round. Faki took her place, and she had 12 kills, but the Panthers fell in a tight one. It was a 5-setter and a heartbreaker here at the Peterson Event Center. And right now, Cincinnati trying to pull another one on the Panthers, and that man's trying to avoid it. Dan Fisher, year number 7, 178 wins, 48 losses. What a resume he has put together as their head coach, leading them to an 18-0 ACC season. That's the first time it's been done in 15 years. Good serve. There's Ende. Janaza Ende, another first-team All-ACC player, and that time Thompson from the back row goes long.
And that wasn't as fluid of a swing as we've seen from Jordan Thompson, and she can get up. She stands at 6'4", and she has long arms. She can get up, but that one not able to get high enough on top of the ball.
Nika Markowitz, last year a third-team All-American, two-time AVCA All-First-Team selection, but has had kind of a down year by her standards, and they're able to work it, though, to someone who's not having a down year, and that is Lane Van Buskirk. What a season she has had, another first-team All-ACC, and when they run that slide with her, that's one of the toughest plays to stop in general, Amanda, but when you have Lane Van Buskirk doing it, it's darn near impossible.
And you could see there Maria Mallon try and get herself out to get the block, and then it was going to be a single block, and a great job of Van Buskirk just tooling it off of there and getting herself the point.
So another service error, this one the first against the Panthers. They send back their libero, Mackenzie Connor, transfer from Cleveland State. Lund handles it. Another slide play work to Van Buskirk. She's 2 for 2 on those.
And again, another single block. Damjana Charbakova not anywhere to be found. As the middle blocker, she needs to really focus on reading Lexis Akeo and moving with the ball.
There's Thompson from that back line. Worked out to Lund. You see the power of Kayla Lund, ACC Player of the Year, and the power on the other side of Thompson. Now she scrambles to get back. And he attempted fielding that, but it was cut off by Fauska first. And Busker going to try a third time at the slide. That time it's red. Once more, puts it away.
And hey, if it doesn't work the first time, why not try a second time with Lane Van Busker? 2 consecutive balls getting the slide. See the first one, Charbakova able to get herself over, and then the second, and also now the second service error by the Panthers.
Serving to the net, you see Dan Fisher right there. What we didn't see in that replay that I noticed, Amanda, was very rarely do you see any sort of positive emotion out of Dan Fisher. It's either normally just, you know, kind of the same, or a little bit angry from time to time. That's just kind of how he operates on the sideline. He was pumped about that point for Van Busker. He started clapping, kind of pumped his fist a little bit. He was into that one. Here is Lund, and Lund puts it away.
And not just a big swing from the junior for the Panthers, Kayla Lund. A great pass there by Haley Hilligus on the front side of that play, and then Lund just going straight through the middle of that block.
There's Mackenzie Connor, the libero, who tried to get a piece of that. Now she fields the serve. Worked out to Mallon, it's blocked but out. Maria Mallon, you know, we look back at the stats last night, and I think you and I were kind of surprised. She ended up with 16 kills, but on 41 attacks, and maybe the hitting percentage last night wasn't exactly what you want, but I thought she was really good, and she was a great second option to Jordan Thompson.
She was good when she needed to be, when they needed to get an attack. And you know who's good when they need to be? Or just all the time? Chinaza Ende. What a season for Ende. Her first ACC team award as she made the first team for the Panthers.
Now, last year an all-freshman selection in the conference, but then her sophomore year, first team all-conference out of the Houston area. Originally from Nigeria, but moved here when she was young and was recruited by Pitt out of Houston. Panthers now with an 8-7 lead over the Bearcats. See these two teams in their conferences this year, a combined 33-1. Cincinnati, the regular season champs, but they lost in their conference tournament in the title game to UCF. UCF getting that automatic qualifying bid, as that is a kill for Thompson, but Cincinnati's resume is strong enough to get them in with that regular season title out of the American. In fact, the Bearcats, as you see Thompson put it away, the Bearcats are the only AAC program to ever receive an at-large bid. They have done so in 3 of the last 4 years. Stephanie Williams plays that ball over. Tied at 8 here. Here's Thompson once again. Hilligus gets a piece of it, but it's another kill for Thompson, as she has been very good here in set number 1, her 3rd put away.
And just an example of her being able to get over top of the block, and just the power that she has behind her, as Hilligus only able to get an arm out to try and get the ball up.
So important when you're on the receiving end of these serves to get that point right away. Just like that, right after the serve, they go to Sabrina Starks, and she finishes. You don't want Thompson to get that opportunity in the rally, and she doesn't get that chance there. Starks puts an end to it.
And that just such a quick set by the Panthers. Starks able to get up, and Adria Oliver, who also had a solid game last night, had 10 kills for the Bearcats, not able to get up with the block.
Another serve out. That's the 3rd service error. Last night, Starks, the sophomore from Springfield, Nebraska, was really good for the Panthers. She ended up with 10 blocks. That's the 2nd time that she's had double-digit blocks in her career. Had 13 against Boston College earlier this season. Here she is and gets a kill.
And Josh, she's almost averaging a block and a half per set. So obviously getting 10 last night was well above her average, but she's ranked in the top 15 in the nation in blocks per set. As you see her there, she has that kind of build like you see with Thompson. Really tall, very lanky, has the long arms, and just has a knack for getting at the right place at the right time.
She'll take a seat. Here's a ball up at the net, and they put it right in the wheelhouse of Stephanie Williams, and she finishes it off. Stephanie Williams, such a decorated player. As you take a look, you don't want to leave that up for her there.
And a really smart decision by Stephanie Williams. She knows that the setter's in the front row. You have to go up with her in that instance, especially on the tight second ball.
Dan Fisher has described her as the best out-of-system player he has ever seen. Here's Lund. Flips it over. Now they work it outside, and the ball put away by Oliver. Adria Oliver, the Clemson transfer. It's a slide play for her, and again, the block late getting there with Van Buskirk. It's been a good battle here. And now Thompson steps back to the service line. She's pretty good there. There's Ende, though. Cross court and in. Goes right by Thompson. Chinaza Ende. We were watching Ende in warm-ups, and it's something to sit this close to the court and watch an athlete like Chinaza Ende. I mean, she just has hops like you wouldn't believe, and just so much power behind her swing.
And just really pure athleticism.
Yeah.
Everything to her looks so effortless. She was a middle last year. You see her hit from the right pin. You see her hit from the outside. She does it all.
Ball sent long in that first hit. Here's Van Buskirk. Second time they've worked it out to Oliver, and it's blocked. That time they get to it. Now Mallon tries it, and it's up off the wire.
And a great job of keeping the ball alive in the set there by Jordan Thompson.
Yeah,
a really nice set. Very clean hands, just very high. So that gave the defense and the block a chance to get up, but Mallon hit it against the antenna anyway.
Markowitz out there serving, and there's Mallon putting it away. Well, Maria Mallon right on cue.
And that's exactly kind of what she did last night. Every time it seemed like the Bearcats needed a point, there was Maria Mallon getting it. As we said, didn't have quite the numbers that we expected. Still had 16 kills, but she was there when they needed her.
Stephanie Williams answers with a kill. Williams, one of 3 in Pitt history with 1,300 plus kills and 1,000 or more digs. See all the kills that she has, 5th in program history. At 10 last night to lead Pitt. Very balanced effort from the Panthers. Mallon with another put away. For being the height of Maria Mallon at 5'9", she is kind of an imposing force on the outside.
And that was also a great set on that play. As you saw Heckenmuller have to go right up against the net, keep herself off of it, and turn away so that she can get the set up.
Ball served up, but what a great play by Akeo. That pass was too high for her, and she just decided to tip it over, made a good play, and hit the first of 15 as you take another look here at Lexis Akeo putting it down, the freshman setter for the Panthers. Welcome back to Pittsburgh. These two teams met once already this season, all the way back in August, and Amanda, the Panthers rolled in that one.
And you see they were able to hit at a 419 clip. London Williams each had 10 kills, and Jordan Thompson was held to only 9 kills in that game and only 24 attacks.
Yeah, there have only been 10 matches in Jordan Thompson's career, and don't forget she's a redshirt senior. Only 10 matches where she has been held to single-digit kills. Only 2 of them this year, and 1 of them came against the Pitt Panthers. Right now she has 3, and there's a big block there as Charbakova, Damjana Charbakova out of Serbia, the 6'3" redshirt sophomore with a big solo block.
And it seemed like she barely jumped there, and Josh, that went off of her forearm.
Yeah, to be 6'3". There's Mallon. Oh, what a powerful serve from Maria Mallon. Lund trying to answer, and another block in front. And how about Charbakova for the Bearcats?
And a great setup by Karolina Falska on the outside. It's her job to set up that block. Then Charbakova comes over to finish it, and a great job getting in front of the ACC Player of the Year there.
Now Mallon to serve. Watch what she gets on this. What a drop-off that is. Slide play set up to Starks, and this time it's blocked at the other pin, and that's Jordan Thompson.
And how about that? 3 straight blocks for the Bearcats. On the season, only average 1.4 blocks per set, and you see it up close and personal there. The height of Jordan Thompson getting over and penetrating the net.
A 3-0 run after being down 2. Another big serve, and Williams knocks it over, and now Cincinnati will set up Thompson. Good play by Ende. Akeo able to get to it. And another block in front. How about Cincinnati and these blocks in front? That's Charbakova again. She's had 3 of them. And Thompson the other, and Pitt needs a timeout. Cincinnati on a 4-0 run.
And they've just been able to kind of figure out the Panthers' offense.
Cincinnati last night, the win over VCU. They dropped their first set. They have started much better here tonight. Jordan Thompson, 27 kills, her 16th double-double of the year. Mentioned earlier, Molly Alfie picking up win number 200. And look at VCU, set 1 hitting percentage compared to sets 2 through 4. They upped their defense in a major way, and we're seeing it kind of carry over so far into this first set here tonight.
And the biggest thing for me in that match was Cincinnati going toe-to-toe with the leading blocking team in the nation. And Cincinnati had 16 blocks in that game as a team, and VCU also had 16 blocks. So when you match the #1 blocking team in the country, that is a big deal, and I think a big factor in why they were able to win. And you see a big player there is the reason why Cincinnati keeps winning with 3 kills, hitting at a 250 clip so far. Jordan Thompson.
Yeah, she added that block earlier, and again, she's much more of an offensively led kind of player as opposed to a blocker, but my goodness, maybe it's one of those things that's a bit contagious. She saw Charbakova out there doing it 3 times and got involved in the middle of that as well. And it's all come with Maria Mallon. Don't forget that, back on the service line. She's not exactly given Pitt a lot of easy ones to handle. Another strong one. Really knocked Hilligus off her feet. Outside to Thompson, and she buries it. You can tell Cincinnati's playing with a lot of confidence right now. They got those 2 blocks to tie it up, and now they're rolling here with 5 straight. They lead by 3. Crowd trying to come to the aid of the Panthers. And that'll get Mallon off the service line.
And that the Panthers desperately needed. That's the price that you pay for having a jump topspin serve, but we saw how effective it was for 5 straight points for the Bearcats.
5-0 run broken. Now they need Akeo to answer. It's out to Thompson, flips it over. Lund got to it first. And Williams will just pass it back over Cincinnati's way. Out to Thompson, another good job defensively by Ende. She'll try to finish it, and she will.
And what a swing, but the Panthers out of system, and they do that so well, and they've done it all season.
Well, it started with the defense of Pitt. Ende and Starks in there.
And you see Hilligus get the set and put it perfectly to the pin so that she can go right inside of the block.
It's good teamwork by the Panthers. And on the other side, unable to keep it alive is Pitt, and that's Falska with the kill. Karolina Falska, the Norwegian freshman. Falska's first kill, Cincinnati up 2. Line drive serve, that handcuffed Williams a bit. Ende has it blocked. Back out to her. Not blocked that time.
And that's just a heads-up play by Alexis Akeo. Your hitter on the outside gets blocked, and what you would anticipate as a defense is that she's going to go somewhere else with the ball, but she goes right back to Ende, and the defense was not ready for that play.
Lund will serve it up out of Pasadena, California. And a point to Cincinnati.
And that was one that I think Ende would want back. She was trying to cut that ball really hard and wasn't able to get it over the net. At a pivotal point, we could have been tied at 19 apiece in this set, but 20-18 the lead for the Bearcats.
Ende gonna try it again. It comes up to Thompson. Ende with the block. I've been really impressed with Ende so far. A couple digs, that's another kill for her.
Watch this battle at the net. Chinaza Ende going up against one of the top players in the country and winning that battle. And I love the attitude afterward from Chinaza Ende.
That's going to be a matchup to watch all night. First team All-ACC player in Ende, and arguably the best offensive player in the country in Thompson. And there she is again. Jordan Thompson gives Cincinnati a 2-point lead here in the first set. I think the big thing here for Cincinnati, you know, they really kind of got routed against Pitt in that first meeting. If they can come out and take the first set, that's going to give a lot of confidence over onto that Bearcats bench. And it's a player that probably doesn't need a boost of confidence in Thompson, but I think it's so important, and that is a confidence breaker. My goodness, Chinaza Ende again just buries it. That's her 5th kill. A big-time first set.
I don't even have words for that. I think I just sat here for a few seconds with my mouth wide open. I had to pick up my jaw off the floor after that one.
And that ball was obliterated. Panthers are still down by 1. And the Bearcats with the lead. And they go back to Mallon. Good play by Markowitz back there. And now Williams tries it. It's the ball free at the net. And you don't want to leave that to Lane Van Buskirk.
Not at all. Lane Van Buskirk, first team All-ACC player. And she showed it right there with that overpass.
This great crowd on hand starts to come to their feet as the Panthers rallying back to tie it at 21. And they are liking what they're seeing right now from Pitt in a tight first set. The Panthers here because of a win over Howard last night. And this is how it was done early on. Very impressive by Pitt. Howard had some fight in set 2, and then the Panthers able to pull away in the 3rd set.
And I was really impressed with Kayla Williams for the Bison. She had 10 kills to lead them, but they just couldn't get anything going offensively. At times, Josh, we talked last night how they were hitting at a -400 percentage. They were able to get it up barely, and it was just all about the Panthers and what they were able to do offensively and defensively, as we see a player that does both right over the shoulder of Dan Fisher and Lane Van Buskirk. And the slide, just such an effective play. She knows exactly where she is on the court and is so aware of the defense and the blockers in front of her that she's able to pick her spots as to where she hits the slide. As you notice, some of the slides go cross court, some of them go line, so she sees the blockers in front of her and knows exactly where she wants to go with the swing.
And a couple of times there matched up with Mallon at the front of the net, and that is a height differential there for sure. Mallon at 5'9", Van Buskirk at 6'3". And you see her hitting percentage right now. Pretty good. As a team, the Panthers hitting .265, Cincinnati .286, as Pitt has scored the last couple to tie it up. Nika Markowitz has been back there on the line. 9th in aces in Pitt history. Go to Mallon, and Mallon finishes.
And again, just when the Bearcats need a kill, if it's not going to be Jordan Thompson, it's Maria Mallon coming up big to get the point an inch closer to the first set victory.
Connor on the serve. They go to the slide again. That's just old reliable right there for the Panthers. Van Buskirk on the slide, and she buries it.
And again, we watched 4 replays already of the slide, and you see it there again, just going right into the block.
Good serve by Stephanie Williams. Thompson from the back line gets it. And that was a hot one for Haley Hilligus to handle.
And that's a play where I think that ball might have actually been going out, but where Haley Hilligus was positioned, she didn't have a chance to get out of the way. You can see that ball almost above her chest where she was standing. If she's able to turn out of the way, I think that ball's going to sail out of bounds.
Armania Heckenmuller, the setter with the serve. Kayo out to Lund. Lund has been fairly quiet, just 1 kill for the ACC Player of the Year, and make it 2.
And she might have been hearing you start talking about her, Josh, and wanted to say, hey, you know, I'm going to show up in this game. And as we said, first ACC Player of the Year in program history, and she absolutely deserved it this season with what she's done for the Panthers.
Out to Mallon, stuffed! Starks and a KO both there.
And guess who but Sabrina Starks.
She was so good last night, and that time she had a little help from their setter, Alexis Akeo. She is fired up as the crowd comes to its feet for set point number 1 here tonight. First, though, Cincinnati will use a timeout. You see what she does in blocks, Sabrina Starks. Athletic family for sure. She is the cousin of Candace Parker, and there is some serious length in that family tree. And Sabrina Starks, what an athlete she is. We saw her last night. She had a great block late in that match against Howard. She kind of popped her jersey and was fired up. We see more of it right there. Watch the reaction, the block, the fist pump, the kick, and gives the Panthers the lead by 1, and they're on set point here. And
just a great job also of Alexis Akeo getting that block set up. As I've mentioned a couple of times, it's her job to get the block set up so that Sabrina Starks can come over, and then that put Starks in the right position to get up for the block. And we've had a swing of points here late in this first set. A couple of points go Cincinnati's way, a couple of points go the Panthers' way, and here we are at set point for the Panthers.
Typically, you don't see the crowd on their feet for a set point unless it's match point, but when you have a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line, every set point is a big one. The crowd's alive here. And it's Hilligus on the serve. Oh, and it's into the net. Well, that timeout by Molly Alvey maybe froze Hilligus just a little bit there, and now it's tied at 24. What a big service error that is.
And that's one you chalk up. The coaches can't get any points, but I call that a point for Molly Alvey as she was able to stop Hilligus.
Now they have Mallon. Remember, they went on that run with Mallon on the service line earlier. Williams has it. She goes right back at Mallon. Now Thompson blocked, but handles it. Back to her. Blocked again!
As Sabrina Starks almost took out her teammate Kayla Lund, who was going down to cover on that play. But what a time for Sabrina Starks. 2 consecutive blocks on one of the top hitters in the country, actually the top hitter in the country.
Then she almost kicked Kayla Lund in the head. So fired up. So the Panthers again on set point. They get it to Thompson, barely. Now Ende trying to finish it, can't do it. Good defense by Cincinnati once more. Now Thompson flicks it over. Williams up for Ende. More good defense by the Bearcats. Thompson again, but they are in the net. And the Panthers take set 1, but it was a tight one, 26-24. Cincinnati really brought it in set 1, but the Panthers able to rally and come away with the win. They needed an extra point to do so, but what a first set it was in Pittsburgh. Good barometer for what we're going to see tonight. A look at downtown Pittsburgh. 26-24. What a fun first set it was here at the Peterson Events Center. And here's what's on the line. A trip to the third round of the Sweet 16. The winner of this gets the winner of Penn State and Towson. And Towson able to take a set from the Nittany Lions. That match started about half an hour before ours did up in State College. And the winner moves on, and still to be determined where that will be held the next round. It will either likely be in California or here. And Dan Fisher obviously hopes that it's here. And you look at what he has done year by year at the helm. You could tell early on that the program was trending in the right direction despite those misses of the NCAA tournament. Then they break through, they get to the tournament, now they're looking for that next step.
Absolutely, and they even thought in that 2015 season that they should have made the tournament, but you can see had the misfortune of going up against Penn State in back-to-back seasons, but they played Penn State in back-to-back games this year and went to Happy Valley and beat them 3-0, which hasn't happened in Happy Valley since the late 1980s against a non-conference opponent. So this Panthers team is a lot different from some of those teams that you saw in those years past.
That was the win, I think, with this Pitt team, where it went from this is a really good team to this could potentially be a special group that's not only going to likely win the ACC, but maybe have a chance at a national title. And the Panthers have really held up that end. Now, what happened the next night, or 2 nights later after that Penn State win, was interesting. Penn State comes here, they win in 5 sets. But I think the sweep in Happy Valley was certainly one that a lot of people across the country looked at and said, okay, this Pitt team and this program is here, and they are dominant at times, and we see some more of it right there from Chi Ende. She has been Pitt's best player to this point, her 6th kill already.
And you could see there the redshirt senior Stephanie Williams always wanting to better her team and giving Chinaza Ende some pointers.
Fauska goes long, and that one off the tip. And a kill for Fauska, Carolina Fauska. Played for Norway's U17, U19, and senior teams internationally. Great serve by her there. Threw Williams off the mark a tad. Set it up to Oliver. Ende. And it blocked. Ball high above the net. Oliver trying to stuff it, and she does.
And that play seemed to happen completely at the net the entire time, and it was just a battle back and forth, and Adria Oliver had enough of that and wanted to finish it off, as she had 10 kills, as you see there, in their first round match last night against VCU, to go along with 3 blocks.
Got the serve there out long. Kayla Lund back to serve. Lund this season 5th in the ACC in kills per set and points per set. Has 2 kills already tonight, now 8 away from 1,000. Thompson tries a drive, Hillegas with space. Gets it to Williams. Good dig back there by Connor. Now Oliver tries it. And a point to Cincinnati. There's a net fault violation on the Panthers.
And another good rally between these 2 teams. And we've seen a lot of lengthy points so far in this match.
Jordan Thompson this year 2nd in the American in service aces per set, but out long. An error to her. Now Zoe Faki will give it a shot. 3-time Greek national team selection. Faki listed at 6'1", but I think she plays taller than that. Oliver, big kill. Lund couldn't handle it.
And that's a play where just going straight through the Panthers block and not really giving Lund a chance to get that ball up.
Mackenzie Connor. middle and put away by Van Buskirk.
Watch this set by Alexis Kao. One-handed up at the net, and then able to put it in a spot where Elaine Van Buskirk can put it away.
And how much did that set perhaps throw off the defensive setting by Cincinnati? I don't think they were ready for that one-handed, and kind of sprung it there a little bit quicker as there's a block, but out. And a point to the Bearcats.
And to answer your question, they're not ready because typically as a middle, you're going to be coming right next to your setter, so that's exactly where the blocker was, right at Alexis Kao. And when she set it one-handed, she pushed it away from her, and that left the net wide open for Elaine Van Buskirk.
Heckenmuller, Cincinnati native. Armania Heckenmuller, second-team All-American Conference, and a put away by Elaine Van Buskirk again. It's been the Ende Van Buskirk show right now. That's 2 of Pitt's 3 first-team All-ACC selections. The other one, Kayla Lund, again, they have tried to take her away as much as possible, but the other 2 have been able to feast a little bit here tonight. Now Thompson from the back line with a kill, and Williams unable to handle that.
And that's just the exact problem when you face this Panthers team. They have so many offensive weapons that if you try to take one away, there's 3 or 4 behind that are ready to step up.
Mallon. There's Lund, and that's what she can do. Again, it's been somewhat of a slow start for her, but really just a powerful swing.
Absolutely, and going up against Charbakaba, who we saw in that first set, had a number of blocks for the Bearcats.
Haley Hilligus, a transfer from Iowa State. She was a very accomplished player. Thompson able to get the point back for Cincinnati.
And Thompson getting a little bit of redemption on Sabrina Starks, as Starks blocked her in the last couple of points for the Panthers to be able to win that first set, and Thompson getting the better of Starks there.
I think if one thing has been proven through a set plus is that Cincinnati is game for this one. I mean, they have played really well. As Lund picks up another kill. I think the thing with Pittsburgh too, Amanda, is it seems like for them, players go through waves during the course of games. Lund is quiet for a while, and Ende shows up. Then Ende maybe ducks away for a little bit, and Lund comes through. Then Van Buskirk. It's, you know, that's, I think, and we've heard that before from other coaches about Pitt, is that they just have so many options, and they're also efficient. Sean Kupferberg, the head coach at Howard last night, post-game, talking to the media as there's another kill. As that's Ende. Sean Kupferberg last night said that, you know, he thought that for the most part that they were, you know, able to keep pace and do some things kind of similar to Pitt, but that what the Panthers do better than, he said, anybody in the country is they're efficient. He said they're just more efficient than anybody in the nation. Speaking of efficiency, there's a big-time delivery by Jordan Thompson, but I thought that's a very telling point about Pitt, is that when one thing doesn't work, they find a way to make it work with somebody else, and that's what makes them a 6th seed in the tournament, and again, a team that was ranked as high as number 2 in the country this year. A dig by Connor. Ball off the shoulder, it looked like, of Kao, and then back over the net and out.
And with that last kill for Jordan Thompson, she has now tied her kill in this match for what she did in the first match against the Panthers. So in 3 sets against the Panthers in their first meeting in August, she had 9 kills. And tonight, now actually she exceeded it. 10 kills and 25 attacks, both of which exceed her for what she did in the first matchup against Pitt.
Cincinnati with a service ace, and now they have a 2-point lead again here against Pittsburgh. Welcome back. Cincinnati with a good start here in the set, and you look, Amanda, at their tournament resume. RPI pretty solid, strength of schedule pretty decent as well as what they did in the first round with the win over VCU to get here to the second round.
And also to note, 6-4 against RPI top 50. Not the best record, but when you consider them playing 10 teams in the top 50 of the RPI, that's a lot of good opponents.
Yeah, 6 wins against top 50 teams is certainly something to pay attention to. They have been able to beat good teams this year, and they are a good team. And we're seeing it right now for the Bearcats with a 3-point lead. They're on a 3-0 run. Correction, a 4-0 run as it's set up for Ende. Now Lund tries it and finds an opening on the back line, and Connor not happy with herself. She let that ball go by.
And that's just a smart play by Kayla Lund. She saw exactly where Connor was and changed up her swing at the last second because she had that corner wide open.
Mallon trouble handling the serve. Thompson just has to flip it on over. Now Ende puts it away, and that really started at Cincinnati's side as they weren't able to field the serve cleanly, and they couldn't get an attack out of it.
And that again, the Panthers out of system. That ball was set by the libero, Haley Hilligus, and the block set too far out. You could see Ende had the whole inside of the net to figure out where she wanted to hit that ball.
Thompson gets it over, but again, not much on it. Now Ende tries it back. This one high, nearly got the scoreboard. Thompson again. Out to Williams, finds it. Well, what an effort by Heckenmuller, but just could not quite get to it. What extension down, though, after it.
And you talk about all of the Panthers players contributing. At one point during that play, Sabrina Starks set the ball and got a really good set off for Chinaza Ende on the right side.
And a good serve and an ace for Pitt. Kayla Lund.
Watch this here. Sabrina Starks in the middle sets a beautiful ball outside to Ende, and then that leads to the Panthers being able to keep that point alive, and with the kill here from Stephanie Williams.
4-0 run by the Bearcats, 4-0 run by the Panthers as they answer right back. And that's kind of, you get a feel from this still somewhat early. That's kind of what this match has been like so far, where it's been about runs to this point, and Pitt was able to answer late in the first set and get a run to get back in it and then take the lead, and then they were able to finish it off 26-24. And now here they are with a 1-point lead after 4 straight. The Panthers with the 6th seed here in this field, and you look at the top 16, only one team is out, and that is Western Kentucky. They lost to Louisville last night, and they are now out, but the other 15 still alive.
And you see those 2 losses for Western Kentucky? Guess who they both came to? Louisville.
Yep.
What are the odds that the one loss you have during the season and then you come into the tournament and that's the team that you also lose to?
Yeah, you get matched up in that second round against a team that you've lost to before. That's a tough draw.
And Louisville, one of 4 ACC teams to go along with Pitt. And then you also have Notre Dame in the field.
There was a decent bit of controversy with the ACC teams that were put in, and the fact that Georgia Tech did not get in after a great finish to their season, and a team that pushed Pitt to the brink a few weeks ago, took them to 5 sets and nearly upset the Panthers at the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. And there is Jordan Thompson, all sorts of power on that.
And if there's a rally killer to end all rally killers, I think it's going to be Jordan Thompson. As you see, we mentioned the numbers that she had against the Panthers on August 30th, just those 9 kills, and now she already has 11.
Illigus had to get to that, and a point to Cincinnati at fault by Pittsburgh. So now a couple of straight points won by the Bearcats, and they retake the lead. Put away. Adria Oliver.
And again, on the side of the Panthers, another really tight pass that Akeo didn't really have a chance to get set well, and that set up Adria Oliver with a really great swing.
3-0 run for Cincinnati, and that will end as Thompson puts one into the net. Here comes Zoe Fockey on to serve. Saw Thompson there. She has an interesting connection to Pittsburgh. I'll tell you about that in a moment as Fockey puts this in the air. Thompson handles it. There's Mallon with it. Diving play by Lund, but it's right up in the air for Oliver, who capitalizes in a major way.
And some miscommunication on the back line with this pass led to the overpass, and no one had a chance for the Panthers to get up, but Adria Oliver sure got up for the Bearcats.
Here is serve up by Cincinnati. And boy, good dig by Connor. Mallon tries it across, and it's out. Was mentioning Jordan Thompson and her connection to Pittsburgh. Thompson's dad is Tyrone Dolman, who played basketball at Pitt and for the Harlem Globetrotters and overseas. Her uncle Chris Dolman played football at Pitt and then played with the Vikings and the Falcons. So she has a connection to the school that she's playing tonight. That ball out long.
And talk about also just an athletic lineage, as you have your dad, a great athlete, and then your uncle at Pro Football in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And looks like we'll have a challenge here on this play. I'm not sure if they're going to challenge that it's in or
might be a net fault. That it was not a net fault violation. That's what's being challenged.
I think on that last one there was a number of things, as I was saying, that they could have challenged if there was a touch on the ball at one point. Somehow I think the long arms of Lane Van Buskirk were able to get up and over the net and not touch it.
Yeah, I don't see that being changed here. Gives us a chance to tell you our officials tonight. Brian Hemmelgarn is the up ref. Carla Bunner down low. Shira Moxley and Ryan Almonacci are on the lines, and it's explained to Molly Alvey. She doesn't look happy by it.
Doesn't look happy, doesn't look mad, just...
I think that replay, though, showed it was
and you
obvious.
could see the coach behind Molly Alvey was saying that, like, moving his arm up and down, saying that the net was going up and down, but it wasn't because of anyone's arm going into it, it was just the ball.
So they go to Mallon. Lund from the back line, but Thompson gets to it. Oh, and then Heckenmuller, I thought she maybe blew a tire there and just tripped on her way to getting the ball.
That 10-foot line will get you sometimes.
And they're wanting the floor wiped off. That is not where she tripped, though. So now the Panthers on top of the Bearcats by 1. Nika Markowitz serves it up. To Mallon, finishes. Maria Mallon, two-time first-team All-AAC, and she's only a sophomore out of Chesterfield, Michigan.
And I think,
really
Josh,
good player.
That we've neglected to mention that Jordan Thompson is a redshirt senior, but the rest of the team that she plays with are all underclassmen, either sophomores or freshmen. So this is a Cincinnati team that, yes, after this season ends, they're going to lose Jordan Thompson, but they have a lot of talent on this team.
They can certainly be a team that you see back here in the tournament, despite the fact that they're losing maybe the best offensive player in the country. And that ball out, and an error on Van Buskirk. And that's a play that was really working well for Pitt earlier, but maybe a bit of an adjustment there by Cincinnati. And now here is Heckenmuller. Had 49 assists and 15 digs last night. Against VCU, they go to the slide again. That time it was Heckenmuller ready for it. Thompson taps it over. Ball set up and stuffed at the net. Now Williams on the try. Williams again, got it. She just slammed that ball down.
She wanted that point and wasn't going to let anyone get it but her. And a great rally between those two teams again.
It was interesting. Williams, really for the first half of the year, was struggling in fairly obvious and major ways. That serve goes out long. And Dan Fisher has a challenge card here, but he's going to challenge this. But Stephanie Williams was struggling. We talked to Dan Fisher about it, and he was very open and honest, I thought, with us when we talked to him, and said, I asked him, I said, is it just a matter of, you have so many options and she just hasn't been that vital of a piece? He said, no, she has to be better for us if we're going to win. And I asked him about, kind of the conversations that he has with her, because if he's honest with us, he's certainly being honest with Stephanie Williams. This is what they're looking at. It's going to be very close.
I don't know if that's going to be the angle that's going to tell us.
So we'll see what the call is, but finishing that point, Stephanie Williams, he said he was very open and honest with her, and then she really kind of turned things around in the back half of the year as that ball appears clearly to be out. But I thought it was a really good moment that we had with Dan Fisher, talking to him about how in this program, they cannot hide things, hide their feelings, hide their thoughts from one another. He was very clear with Stephanie Williams on the expectations for her as one of the leaders of this team, and boy, did she turn around her season in a major way. And a player that was a three-time honorable mention All-American finished her year on a positive note. As there's Thompson. Another kill for the Bearcats. All of a sudden, Cincinnati now up a pair and 6 away from evening the match. They have exactly who they want on the service line, and that's why.
Just the perfect spot by Maria Mallon going along that back line, and the Panthers with their serve receive didn't have anyone there, and with that top spin comes down so fast.
Cincinnati trying to even this up and then trying to punch a date into the next round. Regionals December 13th and 14th. You can catch on ESPNU, then ESPN with the coverage of the national semifinals on December 19th. And then December 21st, the national championship on ESPN2. And what is significant for Pittsburgh if they can get there? They'll be playing right down the road at PPG Paints Arena, the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. They could be playing for a national title theoretically in their hometown, and that is definitely what they want to have accomplished here at the end of the year. And Cincinnati making them work for it here, and this is a big reason why. They have 4 really accomplished players, 4 first-team All-American Athletic Conference selections this year, and all 4 of those players have had their moments of greatness here at times tonight.
And we've pretty much mentioned their names consistently over the past 2 nights. You talk about Jordan Thompson, the do-it-all player for this Bearcats team, and then Maria Mallon, and then the person who sets them up consistently in Heckenmuller, and then Adria Oliver, who just consistently is able to hit from the middle whenever they're not setting to Thompson or Mallon.
They have Maria Mallon on the service line. Willigas, a Lund, and out it goes. They wanted to get that ball to Lund, you could tell.
And why not? It's the ACC Player of the Year. And when you have her in the front row, you know she's going to get the ball.
So Cincinnati on a 4-0 scoring run. They lead by 4. Here is Lund, and they won't get to that one.
And Lund isn't going to miss an opportunity for a point 2 consecutive times as she puts that one away. Going for that deep corner again. And a successful attempt that time. Panthers down 3 here in the second set.
Sends Hilligus to the service line. Mallon just got to that. Now Thompson, a drive and in on the back row. Dan Fisher did not like this. He thought it was out, but steps back. Cincinnati again up by 4. And now Kirsten Ficker. And Lund with another kill. That is her 8th, now 2 away from 1,000.
And she's really come alive in this second set for the Panthers, and they've needed some points, and they've been big when she's been able to get them. The Panthers still find themselves down 3.
Alexis Akeo. Go to their top player, and Thompson. And speaking of top players, Kayla Lund coming alive.
3 consecutive kills for Kayla Lund. The Panthers now down 2, and you see just going straight through that block. Adria Oliver just a touch late, and the Bearcats paid for it.
Now Cincinnati and Molly Alvey use a timeout. As you see Kayla Lund starting to pick it up, 1 kill away from 1,000 in her PID career. Here is the resume. 2019 Conference Player of the Year, first time ever a Panther has won that award. 3 ACC Player of the Week honors. Now 999 career kills. Honorable mention All-American last year. And what a terrific year it has been. It started her freshman season when she was the ABCA East Coast Freshman of the Year, ACC All-Freshman that year, then the first team All-ACC her sophomore year, and now this year ACC Player of the Year. And she'll obviously have a chance to win that award 2 times when she comes back next season. This is her night so far.
And a lot of this taking place in the second set. And she's just been so smart. You saw there changing up her swing a little bit off speed because she saw the opening on that back line and able to get the kill. And because of that consistency, you can see the hitting percentage rise for Lund in this match, up to hitting at a .438 clip.
Panthers in this set hitting .462, Cincinnati .467. The numbers are pretty even across the board. KO on the serve. Go to Oliver, and Oliver with the kill. Adria Oliver, the transfer from Clemson. Oliver, the daughter of Audra Smith, who was the women's basketball coach at South Carolina State. Both parents were athletes at Virginia. Outside, big blast by Lund, comes right back over. Will they give it to her again? No, they go to the middle that time, Starks, but a great dig by Connor. And now Thompson, Williams reaching out for it, and Ende passes it back over. Oliver finds it.
And such a smart play from Adria Oliver. We've seen her come alive. Another player in this second set, and just going right off of the block of the Panthers. They had it set up, and so close to getting that one.
Fauska with the serve. On set point for Cincinnati. Here's Ende with it, trying to keep it alive in set 2. Goes out to Lund. More good defense, that time from Mallon. Ende finishes. Pitt not done yet.
And a great job by Alexis Akeo moving the ball around a couple of sets in a row to Lund and then going outside in a great spot for Chinaza Ende going over the block of the Bearcats.
Still a large hill to climb. Thompson finishes. Cincinnati takes set number 2, and the match is even here in Pittsburgh. The Bearcats 25-21. And we go to the swing set, set 3. All knotted between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh here in the Steel City. It's been a good one so far. We're tied. Looking at Phipps Conservatory here in Oakland neighborhood, which the University of Pittsburgh resides, as it's been a good one through 2 sets, all even between Pitt and Cincinnati. Rival towns in a couple of different sports, and now here tonight on the volleyball court, that has held up, as it has been a lot of fun here at the Pete. Amanda Sile, I'm Josh Roundtree, and Amanda, I think we saw in that first set that Cincinnati was for real. I mean, they were able to handle Pitt. Pitt was able to pull away and win late, and then Cincinnati comes out and they take set number 2, and they've got some really strong efforts all over the court.
And I think it was really everything that we expected, and obviously one of the things that everyone expects when you play Cincinnati is to see Jordan Thompson and see a lot of her swinging, and that's exactly what has happened in this match so far. Had a lot of success and a lot more than she had in the first matchup against the Panthers back in August of this year. But the Panthers have held her in check to an extent. Everything that she does hasn't been successful, so the Panthers doing a good job of getting hands on her attacks, and then that helps the defense to get in position if they're able to slow it down. And you see there Chinaza Ende going off of the block of Thompson, but for the Panthers, it's been about the 17-year-old freshman Alexis Akeo spreading the ball out and getting herself in the right position to get us set up and really mixing it around for the Panthers offense. One of my favorite sets, the one-handed set to Van Buskirk, and she can get on the score sheet as well offensively with a dump.
Taking a look at the match summary to this point, Van Buskirk and Ende with 16 combined kills, hitting .343, Akeo to 26 assists, 6 digs, and Jordan Thompson 14 kills, hitting .306 right now. That is a marked improvement from what she did against the Panthers in their meeting back on August 30th, as she was really held in check in that one, had only 9 kills, one of just 2 matches this year in which she had single-digit kills. And we'll try to answer, the Panthers with Kayla Lund. You see her there. 9 kills tonight, 1 away from 1,000 in her career. She also has 10 digs tonight as well. And she came on a little bit there in that second set, but it wasn't enough to take down Cincinnati. And now we go to set number 3 with these 2 teams all even.
And they really relied on her, as you said, in that second set, and that's not always the best situation for the Panthers. I think when they're at their best, they're just spreading the ball around completely, and that is what helps them because it's so unpredictable for the defense. So we'll see if they're able to keep getting the ball spread around for the offense.
Take a look at the bracket. Penn State now with a 2-1 edge over Towson in State College. Winners meet in the Sweet 16. Kirsten Ficker will start it off for the Bearcats. Very impressive couple of sets by Cincinnati. Here's Kayla Lund, and there is 1,000 kills in the career of Kayla Lund.
And then she just goes right back to the service line like nothing ever happened. She honestly might not even know. I mean, you see that 1,000 kill in the career of Kayla Lund, but I remember in my playing days, I couldn't even tell you at any point, anywhere where my stats were. I could have had 2 kills, I could have had 10 kills. It's so hard to keep track of when you're so into the game.
And she is the 4th player currently on this Pitt roster with 1,000 career kills. And she's only a junior. Keep that in mind, serve into the net. By the way, I played basketball in high school. I always knew how many points I had. And typically it was 0.
I was just going to ask about that high quantity of points that you usually would score. I think
1,000 was never in question.
I think that's why you talk about sports now rather than playing them, right?
That is true, no question. And there is a big put away by someone who can play sports very well, Jordan Thompson. I think the big thing with Thompson tonight is not only have they gone to her a lot and she's produced a lot of kills, it's just the hitting percentage right now. She's hitting at a 324 clip. You had Adria Oliver, who's hitting 769 right now. It's been an efficient night for Cincinnati, and I'm sure that's something Dan Fisher wants to change. And there's a big block in front. Oliver involved in that.
Watch this dig by Fauska. The one-armed, diving, spinning dig to keep that ball alive.
Here's Ende, finds it.
And you know what ball won't be kept alive? The one that Chinaza Ende just demolished as it went into the stands.
Yeah, that one fell on about the 6th row of the Oakland Zoo seating they use for men's basketball games here. Slide out play and another put away for Oliver.
And again, one of those 4 first-team All-AAC players for the Bearcats coming up big in Adria Oliver.
Slide play to Van Buskirk, and that is stuffed. That is Maria Mallon that time. Mentioned it earlier how Van Buskirk had the advantage at 6'3" against the 5'9" Mallon. Well, that time 5'9" won out. They've really limited that slide play from Pitt since the opening set. And Stephanie Williams, they go out to her and she finishes.
And that's one of those players that we mentioned that is active for the Panthers that has 1,000 kills in her career. She almost is getting up towards 1,500.
And to wipe off the court, some perspiration. Stephanie Williams back to serve. Thompson had it blocked. Boy, what a effort that was. First by Thompson from the back line, and then Van Buskirk right there for it.
And blocking a back row attack is already a difficult task, but when it's coming off of the arm of Jordan Thompson, I think it becomes 10 times harder.
Mallon blocked again. We saw this in the first set from Pitt when they really kind of took over with their defensive play. And now we see a couple of straight blocks here for Lane Van Buskirk.
And the triple block, Kayla Lund, they knew exactly where that ball was going, so why not cheat and give yourself a chance to block the whole net?
Mallon, they try to block her again. Great play by Williams to get down after that. Now Lund tries it. A good dig by Thompson. But Mallon flips it over the block. Lund off balance, nearly got it to work, and it does end up going Pitt's way on the double contact.
And that was a hard ball for Dimitra Giarli. And you see here the great dig by Stephanie Williams, Nika Markowitz getting in on the action, and then finishing the play, not necessarily how they drew it up, but it works for a point.
Just the control by Williams there. As another block, and that time it was a KO and Van Buskirk, but I think a KO got most of that, and we have seen her really excel defensively tonight, blocking at the net. Cincinnati needs a timeout. The Panthers on a 5-0 run, and they lead by 3. The road to the championship runs through Pittsburgh. The NCAA Division I volleyball tournament semifinals and national championship match will take place right here in the Steel City coming up on December 19th and 21st. The PPG Paints Arena. Visit ncaa.com to get your tickets today. It's going to be a lot of fun at PPG Paints Arena. Best volleyball in the country going on. Here's Maria Mallon. Beat by Hilligus back there, and Van Buskirk tries it, and it works.
6 straight points for the Panthers. Here's this block.
For the timeout.
Look at the 5'8" Lexus Akeo get up for this block with Lane Van Buskirk. Double teaming it and finishing with the block for the Panthers. Now a 6-0 run, as I said.
Yeah, that made it a 5-0 run, now 6 straight. For Pitt, they lead 9-5. Match still tied at 1. Lund tries one. Mallon now gets into it. Over to Lund again, blocked, and it is in. That is Dimitra Giarli. We have not seen much of. The redshirt freshman from Greece, a transfer from Louisiana Tech. Slide play to Van Buskirk, and it's blocked, but it hits off of her.
And that's a tough play. As you're Lane Van Buskirk, you are running the slide play, you're actively moving that direction, and then when the block comes over there, it's almost impossible to try and get out of the way.
That ball probably would have gone out had she not been there, but you could tell just the look on her face, the frustration from that. Is a good play by Akeo just to flick that over. It was heading to the net. Blocked in front by Van Buskirk. Mallon tries it and gets it through.
And again, you see a number of points in a row for the Panthers, and then coming right back with a couple of points in the row is Cincinnati.
It was a 6-0 run for the Panthers, now a 3-0 burst for the Bearcats. Lund trying to end that, and she will.
And so much power behind that swing. It's truly incredible to see the swing of Kayla Lund come all the way down and just gets herself the perfect angle to get on top of the ball to come down with it.
Haley Hilligus to serve. Mentioned how good she was at Iowa State before transferring in this year. She cannot handle that one, though. That's Maria Mallon. Hilligus, though, was an ABCA Honorable Mention All-American in 2017. That year, she was the Big 12 Libero of the Year, an All-Midwest selection and an All-Big 12 first team. As you take a look at the hitting percentages by set, and boy, have they been very similar throughout, as that is an ace for Cincinnati.
And you can see Dan
Fisher
Fisher
not believe this.
Not happy at all.
He immediately wanted the challenge, and he had some words as well as he challenged it for Brian Hemmelgarn, their up ref. He does not like having to use those challenges in a case in which he feels he doesn't need to. So we'll take a look at it. Challenge one earlier like this. That was the other way. It was called out on a serve by Pitt. That's clearly out, yeah, by about 5 inches. Dan Fisher still upset with the officials. Again, did not want to have to use a challenge on a ball that he thought was fairly obvious.
And he was hoping that the up ref, with the advantage of being up in the air, would be able to clearly see that and overturn the call.
And The kill for Cincinnati. Falska comes through once again. Falska, her third kill. Ende tries it, didn't get much on it. Now look out, here's Thompson. Ella gets to it. Now Ende, good set. Ende unable to wind up though. Ayo back to Lund. And Thompson upset with herself.
And this last set was off the mark for Alexis Akayo, but Kayla Lund, so smart, able to see that the hands of Thompson were there, just throwing the ball against them. Not sure exactly what Thompson was talking to the up ref about. Didn't really seem that serious of a conversation, but.
Ball sent out to Thompson. Boy, what a good play by Akayo. Look out though. That one tied up at the net. It was Ende against Thompson. Now Williams tries it and gets it. Oh, that was interesting with Thompson against Ende. Williams bails him out. That out-of-system type of player that Stephanie Williams is. We've talked about that already tonight. And Molly Alvey unhappy about something here. Now the officials will meet.
And isn't challenging it at this moment. Not exactly sure what.
So yeah, a conversation here between Carla Bunner and Brian Hemmelgarn. So Cincinnati is not challenging, but they are under the impression that there have been 4 hits on that play by Pitt, and they want the officials to determine that. This is an elongated break. Let's take a look at the whole thing.
I mean, Ende at the first point of that was blocking,
yeah,
and you can have a touch at the block, and then you can still have 3 touches after that. So Ende seemed to be in the act of blocking.
Yeah, I thought that was in the act of blocking as well when I saw it, and now Molly Alvey is going to challenge this.
It looks like she's going to be challenging a touch, though, as that would seem to be the signal.
Well, and this is significant, too, because this is going to make this a lengthy break in which Pitt was starting to get a little bit of momentum here in what is obviously a very important set. And now it sends us into an extended break after the long discussion between the 2 officials. And now it will be a replay review as well.
We'll see exactly what they're looking for, and we'll take a look at exactly what.
The question is, did this hit Ende twice off the block? To me, that looks off of her arm, and no, they are going to give Cincinnati the point. They say it was 4 hits. Get another look at this.
So it hits Ende there.
So they're saying that that must not be in the act of a block coming back their way, and that that's a touch by Ende. That would be a touch by Ende, and then the other ones included in there. And now Carla Bunner giving Dan Fisher a long explanation, and you see the look on Dan Fisher's face. He just says, all right. And now Kayla Lund gonna come get an explanation. Well, this is significant. Instead of it being 13-10, it's now 12-11, and it also speaks, I think, to the momentum that could be changing as well with a play like that. Is feeling good, you want to keep playing with a lead, what you think is a 3-point lead, and now all of a sudden it's a lengthy break. And
it's so long ago that the Panthers are trying to make sure they're in the right rotation.
Yeah. Anyhow, Pitt still up by 1. And they go to Starks, and she makes it a 2-point lead.
And Starks will have none of that conversation of points back and forth. She's going to take that point all to herself with the powerful kill.
Zoe Fockey. Back set here to Oliver, blocked. And Buskirk and Williams there for it. Now Thompson tries it. It's blocked by Ende, but out.
And this play was kept alive. You see, off of the block, Heckenmuller able to get underneath of it and keep it alive, and then the ball going off of Ende. So great job of playing the ball by the setter for the Bearcats.
Ende finishes. Saw a lot of Chi Ende early, and Lund really stepped up. And now Ende coming through again.
And just going right over the top of the block of Mallon and Oliver, and then to ask the 6'4" frame of Jordan Thompson to get down for that pass was not going to happen.
We have seen Thompson back there, though, I think play pretty well defensively on that back line for a player that really does so much at the net. As a back row player, she is pretty strong defensively. Here she is from the back line, trying to do a little offense. Comes up to a KO who dumps it. Slide play, then Buskirk, what a finish.
And Adria Oliver was nowhere to be found on that. Maria Mallon was all alone on an island against Lane Van Buskirk on the slide, and it's hard to block a slide with 2 players, let alone 1 on the outside.
Nika Markowitz. Oliver. Oh, what a good play. They faked it out with Van Buskirk and then over to Williams, who finds the opening.
And that's how you get better opportunities for your hitters. You go full speed like you're going to get the ball, and then at times, Lane Van Buskirk might think that she is getting it and just goes right over her head, and heads up play by Stephanie Williams to put it right in the donut in the middle of the court for the Bearcats.
Good serve by Markowitz. Said it earlier, 9th all-time in Pitt history in service aces. Give her another.
And the lefty magic for Nika Markowitz. The float serve, you get your arms down, you think you're in the right spot, and then you look, and the ball is completely away from where you thought it was going to be.
Crowd coming alive again, and Molly Alvey wanting to use a timeout here, as the Bearcats now find themselves down by 5, and what is always a pivotal third set when the match is tied at 1. And Molly Alvey, you see her there, 8th year as Cincinnati's head coach, the 2016 American Athletic Conference Coach of the Year in the tournament 3 of the last 4 years.
In the one season that they missed of those 4, Jordan Thompson was out for the year with an elbow injury. So you can see the significance that Thompson has for this team, and also credit to what Molly Alvey has been able to do for the Bearcats, and also being able to recruit Jordan Thompson to Cincinnati. Had to know the type of player that she was coming out of high school, and then able to get her to Cincinnati. And they've seen the success that she's been able to bring, and also the players around her and the type of players that they've been able to bring into the program as well.
Thompson in high school, a two-time national tournament All-American. Look at that. On November 3rd this year, had 50 kills against UConn.
She's one of 6 players to ever record 50 kills in a match. But Josh, the last time it happened was in 1999 when volleyball, Division I volleyball, wasn't even played with rally scoring. So the games were incredibly longer, which means it shows you how much harder it is to do it in the game of volleyball in today's day and age.
Yeah, that was the 7th most all-time in a match. And a block in front. Boy, what a great job by Cincinnati to keep it alive. Here is Williams, and that time she delivers.
And I think everyone in this gym thought that the point went to the Panthers before that ended, as we had the music start playing in the middle of that point.
Williams able to come through. Music in the background for it as well. Here's Mallon, puts it away and gets one back, breaks a 5-0 Panthers run. Bearcats cut it 2-5.
And again, coming up in a big spot, Maria Mallon, as we see the score update there, Penn State beating Towson by a score of 3-1, so they advance to the field of 16.
Thompson lost her footing there and went down. So that means that the winner of this one gets in the Sweet 16, the Nittany Lions. And that will either be here in Pittsburgh if Stanford loses tonight, or in Stanford should the Cardinal win. There's always the option of both Pitt and Stanford losing, which would be pretty stunning if both lost. And at that point, it would go to Penn State.
And also, as we showed earlier, there's only been one team of the 16 that were ranked in the NCAA tournament to lose so far.
And this Western Kentucky falling to Louisville. A good serve. Williams had problems with it. Now Lund tries it. Mallon. Oh, Lund had to recover on that. Then Markowitz tries to go long, and it's out.
And again, the Panthers went on a run. And guess who's now on a run? The Bearcats.
We have seen that throughout the course of the night. Cincinnati with a whole lot of fight. Williams with a drive. This one coming back, but a point to Cincinnati. Timeout taken by the Panthers. After the error by Pitt, it's now a 3-point set. So let's update the bracket in the NCAA tournament. Penn State moving on. Pitt, Cincinnati right now tied at 1. Tonight at 9, Stanford against Cal Poly. And then BYU against Utah. Pitt earlier this year played Cal Poly and Utah. They have played Penn State twice. So there's some familiarity a little bit with the bracket. Then obviously you have Stanford, the defending national champs. The Cardinal last year able to win the NCAA tournament over Nebraska. Hi there. As along with Amanda Siley, I'm Josh Roundtree. I've been really impressed with Cincinnati tonight. We saw them last night. I thought they played really well against a very defensively minded VCU team. Tonight, though, they have been able to handle Pitt for the most part. See a little surge by Pitt here in this set, but Cincinnati has been right there with them. You look at the stats, everything just about equal. And
it's always been the Panthers able to surge ahead, but then the Bearcats still find a way to come back. When you think that the Panthers are just going to continue to get point after point after point, it's Cincinnati who's able to claw their way back.
Van Van Buskirk, boy, Pitt needed that point back, and they go to Lane Van Buskirk. She's now in double figures. How about this? Lund, 12 kills, Ende, 11 kills, Van Buskirk, 10 kills, and then Williams with 7. That is what you expect to see out of Pitt. Not one player jumping off the stat sheet, but just kind of a balanced effort. And now they're going to bring in Avery Perosa to serve, the 5'7" redshirt junior out of Orfield, PA. She'll get an opportunity to serve it up. Perosa doesn't see a ton of time, but is brought in to serve from time to time. Laid a good enough ball out that Cincinnati couldn't get a decent return, and it works out as a point for Pitt and Kayla Lund.
And so much power. We saw at the point previous, Lane Van Buskirk able to hit through the block of Cincinnati, and then there, it's Kayla Lund, so much power behind her swing, hitting through the block again.
Perosa. Fauska with the attempt. High in the air, now they go back row. And oh, what a break for Stephanie Williams. She just kind of does the old shrug. Sometimes you get the lucky hop.
And just watch how effortless this is. Kayla Lund, an outside hitter, sets up Stephanie Williams in the back row. And then it's just like, that's how they drew it up.
Little MJ there, just the shrug like, what are you gonna do? Sometimes it works out. There's Fauska off the net.
And what a decision by Coach Dan Fisher, putting in Avery Perosa to serve. We didn't see her all last night, as you said, plays very sparingly for this Panthers team, but coming up big with some key serves.
Out to Mallon, and Starks. Emphatic. 24-16.
I love the emotion from Sabrina Starks. She's the type of player that you can build off of. If you need a boost, you just look to Sabrina Starks and she'll provide it.
Perosa finishes it off. How about the substitution of Avery Perosa into this match by Dan Fisher? Talk about knowing your team and knowing the moment. Perosa comes in and delivers from the service line. The Panthers take the set 25-16. They lead it 2-1 here in the Berg. Welcome back to Pittsburgh. Pitt with a 2-1 lead after an impressive third set, their most impressive of the night. Cincinnati taking the middle, but now it's 2-1 Panthers. Here at the Peterson Event Center with Amanda Siley. I'm Josh Roundtree. This has been a lot of fun so far. We knew that we had two good teams, two excellent players for sure in this match, and it's lived up to the hype.
And they've both really shown up for Cincinnati. It's Jordan Thompson, and then on the side of Pitt, it's Kayla Lund, both players of the year in their conferences. And we knew Jordan Thompson was going to swing and swing a lot for the Bearcats. She has 47 attempts so far through 2 sets. And she just has such height that she's able to get over top of the block almost every time. And then Kayla Lund, a different kind of player. She has to go around the block a lot, isn't able to go over top of it. So she takes advantage of the hands that are in front of her and also the defense that's in front of her as well. Knowing when she has a single block, knowing when she has a double block. And just such a smart player. And you see for Thompson, 16 kills hitting at a 234 clip, and Lund much more efficient with just the 13 kills, but hitting at 370.
So Pitt will try to finish it off in 4 sets. Penn State tonight was able to do that against Towson. The winners will meet in the Sweet 16. Whether that's in Pennsylvania or California, it's still to be decided. I'm sure there's a lot of volleyball fans in Pennsylvania that are going to be rooting for Cal Poly tonight.
Absolutely, they'd love to stay here a little bit longer.
It's an easy drive to Pittsburgh, as opposed, or to State College for that matter, as opposed to a flight to California. Big block there by Adria Oliver to start it off. Good beginning there for Cincinnati. Carolina Fauska. What a drive by Lund.
Kayla Lund picking up really where she left off for the Panthers in that second set, doing a great job. Is Lexis Akeo finding her outside hitter, that time on the right pin.
Panthers hitting 295 tonight. Cincinnati 262. Pitt plus 10 in digs. As Hilligus got a piece of that and returned it over, but good play. Now Oliver tries it cross court. And a point to Cincinnati. Panthers didn't think so.
And just getting a piece of the net was that attack by Oliver and finding that far sideline.
Out to Ende and blocked down again. Another block for the Bearcats, their 10th of the night. They were able to keep up. You mentioned it earlier. They were able to keep up with the top blocking team in the nation, VCU, last night. And they have been really good defensively, and that's obviously what you need when you get into the NCAA tournament and you're taking on a team with so much net front firepower like Pitt has. You have to have that defense. There's Williams. And a good tip over by Mallon. Headsy play there by Maria Mallon. And Cincinnati out to a 4-1 lead.
You can see Chinaza Ende kind of shocked with the outcome of that play. She thought she had that ball, and then Maria Mallon able to push it over the net right off of the arm of Ende and in.
I'll tell you what, nobody tonight has been able to find wet spots on the court like Jordan Thompson. That's the 4th time, I think, that she has pointed out some perspiration that got down on the floor. She wants it dry out there. Here's Ende, got it.
And after that play, you could see head coach for the Bearcats, Molly Alvey, just kind of shake her head like, okay, we'll accept that kind of play. Just a great swing, Ende going over top of the block, and Connor not really having much of a chance at it.
Last night after they beat VCU, the Bearcats stuck around and they watched Pitt take on Howard for a while. As that block goes out. And a point to Cincinnati. So they were able to kind of get a first-hand look at what this Pitt team can do. Not that they didn't have that already from playing them earlier this year, but I think when you kind of get to watch live as a spectator, that can certainly help.
And there's a big difference, too, between both these teams in August and both these teams now here in December.
No question. Set up for Van Buskirk, but a good dig by Connor. And then a block at the net, but out again. Really a good start here for Cincinnati, up 6-2.
And the Panthers finding themselves in the right spots, but just not getting their hands in the right positions, as they've had a couple of what would be blocks go off their hands and out of bounds.
To the middle, Van Buskirk gets it blocked, and the Cincinnati defense taking over here early. Dan Fisher is going to use a timeout. So take a look, another block. And that time it is Giarli who gets it done. Cincinnati up by 5 early in set 4. Cincinnati off to a good start here in set 4. Panthers looking for a rally, but the Bearcats have been impressive, and that will continue with Jordan Thompson. From the back line, another big kill.
And a huge swing from Jordan Thompson. Really far back, and then coming straight up on it, going up on the side of the block from Lane Van Buskirk.
Williams. This one up near the net and trying to get it over was Heckenmuller, but couldn't do so. And Again, Cincinnati having issues with their side of the floor needing wiped down. There's Markowitz. Mallon, good try by her. Now Van Buskirk out.
And all the coaches on the Pitt bench looking for a touch on that last play.
Looking for it, but not willing to challenge it. Look back, the hitting percentage from the last time these two teams met been a little different. That time to point to the Panthers. Now look at what it is tonight, pretty even.
And pretty on par with what both teams have done as a season average. Cincinnati, over the course of the season, hitting at a 294 clip, and the Panthers at 277.
Block put out there, a kill for Pitt.
When they need a kill, why not go to the slide of Lane Van Buskirk? More times than not, it's going to be a successful play.
See what these teams have done by set. Pretty similar numbers through the first two sets. So far, Pitt a little better here, but Cincinnati with the lead. That said, Pitt has been able to cut into it. They were down 8-2. It's now 9-6. So 4 of the last 5 the Panthers' way. Thompson will send one back the other way.
And again, Cincinnati really relying on Jordan Thompson. Now 50 attempts in this game. And remember, last night she had 67 against VCU.
Mallon has been so impressive from the service line, and that time it's a block in front. That is Jordan Thompson getting involved defensively.
There was a block and also Lane Van Buskirk into the net. So either way, the point was not going to be in favor of the Panthers.
There's Lund. Lund tries it again, blocked twice. Cincinnati's defense really strong here. And Dan Fisher wants a timeout. Bearcats doubling up the Panthers here in set 4. Again, it was 8-2. Pitt was able to then take 4 of 5, but now 3 straight by Cincinnati, and the Bearcats by 6. And really, Amanda, it's been about their defense.
Absolutely, and what they've been able to do at the net, you can see there, just hanging in the air, waiting for Kayla Lund over there, and they knew that's where the ball was going to be, and you could see Giarli hanging out right near Kayla Lund. All she had to do was take 1 step over, and she was there ready and up for the block.
See the dig comparison tonight in favor of Pitt. Total attacks tonight, Cincinnati with 113, the Panthers with 119. Bearcats with 46 kills, Pitt with 51. So the goal is to return back to Pittsburgh for the national semifinals and the national championship that'll be played here in the city of Pittsburgh, down at PPG Paints Arena. Regionals first, December 13th and 14th. Pitt has never been to the 3rd round. 0-7 all time in the 2nd round, 0-3 under Dan Fisher. I mentioned earlier, Lex Sakeo, Pitt setter, 17 years old. She would turn 18 on the 13th, the day of the Sweet 16. And there's a kill. She helps set one up there.
And what an 18th birthday present that would be for Alexis Akayo.
Getting as a freshman to play in a Sweet 16, but Pitt has to rally here. If they want to finish this in 4 sets. Cincinnati has really been strong tonight. Here's Thompson. In the middle, Lund blocked him down as Fauska got up for that. But we have seen more of Giarli tonight than we saw last night for sure, and she's been a difference maker when she's been in there defensively.
And also Fauska with that block. 2 players that are kind of more role players for this Cincinnati team coming up big.
Kirsten Ficker, 27 service aces on the season coming into tonight, but there is an error. Bring her into serve, and she sends it out wide, and Molly Alvey has some words for her as she heads back over to the bench. Get down by 5. Sent out to Fauska, block, but down. Carolina Fauska puts Cincinnati up by 6. Bearcats have been the better of the 2 here in this set. Lunging play there by Heckenmuller. Cross court for Thompson. It goes out wide.
And the Bearcats just playing incredible defense. They've really been going after every single ball, playing like it's their last point, making sure that it's the Panthers who either need to earn the point or make the error.
And now Dan Fisher getting an explanation from Carla Bunner. Kayla Lund is going to serve. Hit down 5. There's a delay warning given to Pittsburgh. Thompson out again. She's tried that twice cross court. Both have been out.
And almost identical spots. Kayla Lund over there playing defense right on that line, so she's a perfect view to see those balls just sailing wide.
Block. Starks and Williams there.
And that was a slide that just took too long to develop. Usually you see with the slide play, it's a quick set and the block doesn't have a chance to get set up, but there, that slide was a lot higher, so that gave the Panthers block more time to get set up.
Twice in this set, Cincinnati has led by 6. Twice the Panthers have rallied with 3 straight points, and that forces Cincinnati to use the timeout. But Cincinnati defensively, I mean, how strong have they been tonight, Amanda? You look at the block category, 13 of them, 40 digs tonight. It has been a pretty complete effort by the Bearcats.
And you see just the movement at the net for them. Just reading Alexis Akayo, getting themselves in the right position, and just being up when they need to. Sometimes all it is a matter of getting up and getting your hands up, and then the ball will take care of the rest. It's almost like a magnet. It'll find your hands and go down. And you see there why Cincinnati has a lead in this 4th set, as they are up 5 blocks to 1 on the Panthers. And as we said, the Panthers have rallied 3 straight points. And it's really been sparked by their defense as well, as we just looked at the Bearcats' defense.
Good serve. Mallon gave Connor some problems. Now up for Starks. Making something out of nothing there, Sabrina Starks.
Yeah, that was almost miscommunication by the Panthers. Letting that push almost hit the floor, but getting it up and then putting it away was Sabrina Starks.
And, oh, can they keep this alive? They will. Heckenmuller has to get back to it. Not in time. Starks again. Look at the hug from Makeo.
Watch this up by Armania Heckenmuller, able to almost keep it alive, and then, hello, Sabrina Starks.
And Makeo with that quick set. Here's Thompson, answers right back. So Pitt has come close to getting back from being down 6 twice, but not all the way. Cincinnati has been able to keep in the lead. Outside, and Chiende able to deliver. What a talent she is, and there's some pretty good players. We see our pal Jenna Potts there in the middle, Jenna Seaman on the right there, Angela Seaman in the tan jacket there. It's a former Pitt players right behind the benches here. Hannah Markowitz out there. Good to see the former players supporting their team. Ball up in the wire, gives a point back to Cincinnati.
And the Panthers have gotten themselves there where they were within 1, and then Cincinnati able to get that point, keeping their slim lead.
Mackenzie Connor to serve, the Cleveland State transfer. Oh, and a good serve, comes right back over, and she slides in to get it. Outside of Mallon, finish. Net falling on the Panthers, actually, but Mallon, a big part of that. Now, Cincinnati pushing back in front by 3.
The Panthers almost able to get a point on the overpass, but then a great swing from Mallon and Ende in the net as well.
Long, Lund played it and set up quickly. Mallon, though, able to get it back over for the Bearcats. Now Ende tries it, blocked. Hilligus there for it. Ende again. Cincinnati has it. Mallon once more. Hard-earned point here for someone. And it'll be Cincinnati. No, it's Pitt. Not a mistake, that ball out on that far side.
Molly Alvey going immediately over to the down ref, asking about that play.
I think they are looking at, and they're going to take a look, not at the play, but at a player. They're looking at Mackenzie Connor. She has a knee brace on her right knee. You see her there at the top of the screen. They were looking at something initially at the brace, but now they're looking at her arm. Maybe, maybe cut her hand. And they're going to wrap that up.
Really efficient job of taping her up over there. Before you knew it, she was all ready to go.
She has played a really strong match tonight, Mackenzie Connor. Only a sophomore from Centerville, Ohio. Leads the team in digs this year. Had 11 last night, second best on the team. It still trails by 2. Markowitz sets it up for Williams. Stephanie Williams comes through.
She loves that deep corner. And just a great job of finding it. Set up by Nika Markowitz on the bump set, and then Jordan Thompson caught leaning as she thought Williams was going to go to the middle on that one.
And now Nika Markowitz. And Jordan Thompson from the back line. All the power. Cincinnati by 2. This one's certainly much more contentious than the meeting between the two teams on August 30th. Pitt rolled in that one. 25-18, 25-13, 25-16. There's Williams through the block.
Watch this set by Akayo. So tight and just able to get the ball out to Williams and also able to keep herself out of the net there.
And oh, what a great decision that was by Maria Mallon. Saw the positioning of the defense, just cut it across to the opening. Look at this, right past Akayo. Talk about the game slowing down for you. Had to have right there, and now she has a service ace to boot.
And a big time to get one. Now extending their lead to 3 points, 5 points away from taking this fourth set.
There are some nervous folks in blue and gold here. And another ace for Mallon. My goodness. How good has she been on that line? The third ace of the night. She has 16 kills. She is really impressive. Has 7 digs tonight, a couple of blocks. I think all around she's been their best player. Man, destroyed that ball. Now Lund trying to give it back, and she does.
And give it back is exactly right. I think the serve from Mallon, the speed of that was just the speed that we had off that kill from Kayla Lund.
Now this is who they put on the line in the last set that led Pitt on such a great run. Can she do it again? They need her to now in a big way, down by 3. They go to Thompson, and quickly Perosa off the service line. And Cincinnati 3 away from sending this to a decisive 5th set.
And why not go to Jordan Thompson on the outside? See last night those 27 kills and 10 digs versus VCU. And she's had 20 plus kills in 17 games this season.
Tough to handle by Hilligus. Now this one back up at the net, and it's gonna go in the way of the Bearcats. A net fault violation on Pittsburgh, and now it's even tougher for Pitt to come back here, down by 5. Cincinnati closing in on a 4th set win. They have Ficker on the line. Lund, not yet. For Cincinnati, as Lund comes through, Panthers in need of a rally, and they'll send back Lexus Akayo.
And a great swing on that last play by Kayla Lund, a big one for her team.
Akayo with 50 assists tonight. And gives a point back on the serve, and that really took the air out of the Peterson Event Center. You could feel it. The crowd started to think that they could maybe get back into this, and now that puts Fauska on the service line to send it to a 5th set. Outside, Lund keeps Pitt alive.
Kayla Lund again says not yet in this 4th set.
Panthers with a 2-1 lead in the match. Here is Thompson. Good dig by Hilligus. Williams finds it. And Molly Alvey will take a timeout.
And I think that's a really good decision on her part. You don't want to let the Panthers get on too much of a run here.
It's been a team effort for the Bearcats here tonight. Mallon getting it done. Oliver coming through. And then, of course, Jordan Thompson leading the way with 21 kills tonight.
And I think overall, spreading the ball out a little bit more than we saw last night, but also just having more efficiency. And you see there, the key player for me, Adria Oliver, 12 kills, but you see the efficiency that she herself is hitting at, 50%.
Pitt tonight with 22 attack errors. They're hitting 296. They do have 62 kills. Cincinnati defensively, 13 blocks, 4.5 more than the Panthers. Kayla Lund, ACC Player of the Year on the line. And again, Pitt still trying to climb out of this to avoid a 5th set. And it was last year here in the 2nd round against Michigan. Panthers went 5 and ended up falling to the Wolverines. They did not have Lund. Had an injured ankle and could not play in that round. Go to Thompson. And she ends it. Some miscommunication on Pitt's side, and we are going 5. A trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. Cincinnati with a huge effort in the 4th set. We're going to a 5th. 2-2 between Pitt and Cincinnati. Back here in Pittsburgh, going 5 between the Panthers and the Bearcats. A trip to the Sweet 16 at stake here at the Peterson Events Center. Along with Amanda Sile, I'm Josh Roundtree. I think we knew watching Cincinnati last night, it was a quality team, but they have really executed well throughout the course of the night.
Yeah, and these fans are really getting their money's worth in this match. We've seen battles, we've seen runs, we've seen pretty much everything you could expect to see in a game in the NCAA tournament. And you see the Panthers taking the 1st set, 2nd set going to Cincinnati, and back and forth. We've had it. Lane Van Buskirk and Chinaza Ende combining for 26 kills. Alexis Akeo already has 52 assists and 9 digs, going for a double-double. And then always Jordan Thompson going with 22 kills, and
solid.
Armania Heckenmuller also coming up big with 49 of her own assists. So both of these young setters doing a great job. Akeo, the freshman, and Heckenmuller, a sophomore.
All right, so to the 5th set we go. The 6th seed Pitt Panthers wanting to get a 3rd matchup with Penn State, the rivals, here this year. That would be in the Sweet 16. Crowd coming to their feet. 1st to 15, must win by 2. And it's Kirsten Ficker at the line. And the first serve goes out. Every point when you go to 15 is magnified. Every mistake is magnified.
Absolutely. We only go to 15 points here in the 3rd set, so everyone matters even more than usual. The first 4 sets go to 25.
There's some folks here that I think have decided that they're standing the entire way through this set. Good serve. Falska's going to try it. Hillegas there for it. Now out to Ende, out long. And Dan Fisher grabs the challenge card right away.
And very reluctantly again, he just kind of looks at both the up ref and the down ref saying, hey guys, do I really need to do this?
I think Fisher has had some frustrations with the officials tonight. Seen him be a little bit contentious at times. And they're going to take a look. So again, they are challenging the Panthers are. A touch at the net. That is the question right there.
I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's enough evidence to overturn it.
Such a tough call. See a different angle.
That is Thompson blocking. I don't know if you see the fingertips move there or not. They have decided on something. And it's Pitt's point.
Wow.
The Panthers bench exploded when the touch call was made. And a great challenge by Dan Fisher.
And he was reluctant to do it, but I'm betting that he's happy now that he pulled out that green card.
Lund on the serve. Go to Thompson, blocked. Thompson once more. Great dive by Hilligus. Williams, got it! So here's the challenge. And this is the look that overturned it right there. And yeah, sure enough, off of the right middle finger, it looked like, of Thompson. And a great look. Here is Williams, taps it over, return back and out. And another point for Pitt. What a start to the fifth set.
And that play just shows you that this game is a game of inches, literally centimeters, as that ball went off the hands of Jordan Thompson.
Centimeters, more like millimeters, I think. And the Panthers up 4 in set 5. The Pitt Panthers off to a 4-0 lead in set 5, trying to punch their first ever ticket to the Sweet 16, and the crowd has gotten into it, and it is buzzing here at the Pete. Obviously, you're in Pittsburgh. It is a very pro-Pitt crowd here tonight, and they have supported their team throughout. A great start to the set by Pitt, and it's going to keep going as, no, it won't. That ball touched.
It looks like they called it in.
They called it in on the back line.
And Dan Fisher, I believe, only has one challenge left, so he has to be careful about where he uses it.
Williams trying to answer back, but it's out wide. And now 2 straight by Cincinnati out of the timeout. What a battle this has been. Williams, heavy drive. Up to the middle, starts, lunging play by Mackenzie Connor. And then a finish by Jordan Thompson.
And the Bearcats defense turning into offense, playing very scrappy. And you see they're going on the inside of that block. Chinaza Ende needs to bring that block in away from the pin.
Go to Oliver, and Oliver with the finish. And Cincinnati with 4 straight. And that, again, took the momentum out of the building just a bit. Oh, Hilligus struggling with it. Lund will touch it over. Thompson got it. 5 straight by the Bearcats. And Dan Fisher now will use a timeout.
And you know who's had a big hand in it is Jordan Thompson, and that set even pulled in further. So Chinaza Ende thought she had it set up, and then the set from Heckenmuller was pulled in.
Well, here is what is on the line. A trip to the Sweet 16 and a meeting with 11 seed Penn State. You see they are underway between Stanford and Cal Poly. If Stanford wins, the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 will be out in California. They will host. If they don't, it would be Pitt. If Pitt wins, if the Panthers don't win and Stanford doesn't win, then it'll be at State College. Jordan Thompson, what a big night. 25 kills. She has had 65 total attacks, hitting .277. On the other side, really just kind of a balanced effort by the Panthers. Kayla Lund leading the way, but it has been back and forth. Stephanie Williams, Ende, Lane Van Buskirk, and then Kayla Lund. And now the Panthers down by 1.
That's what they've done all season, is they move the ball around and everyone contributes.
Fauska on the service line. How good has she been here? Out to Ende, got it, and we're tied again.
And a big kill for Chinaza Ende, knotting the score at 5.
Zoe Faki into serve. Oliver, can Faki get to it? And Williams, how about the effort by Pitt defensively? Now they got to get back in place. Oliver off the net. What a point earned by Pitt. A great defense, Faki and Williams, and they embrace each other. How pumped are they? Look at the hustle by Faki.
Just incredible.
That is NCAA tournament kind of defense right there.
And a blind pass. Stephanie Williams had no clue. Just a feeling where she was going with that ball.
If Pitt is able to win this set and win this match, that's a play that you look back on and you circle for sure. Thompson long. Panthers by 2. There's some tension in that group. They want to celebrate tonight. And they take another step in that direction with a service ace.
And how about the Panthers there, going after the 3-time unanimous AAC Player of the Year, Jordan Thompson. And the Panthers wanted that point and they got it. Look at the emotion from Pitt.
Panthers lead at 8-5. The 2 teams switch sides. What a battle this has been. Back and forth all night. 2 programs, 2 schools separated by about 4.5 hours of driving distance. Longtime rivals in the Big East. Longtime rivals in the NFL. These 2 cities, longtime rivals in Major League Baseball. Now the meeting again here in volleyball. They get it to Oliver, and a big response by Cincinnati. They had to have that point to break a 4-0 run.
And Adria Oliver has had a phenomenal night. And she just goes right at the Panthers. A little Stephanie Williams-esque with that throw for the point.
Look who it is on the line, Jordan Thompson. Just clears the net. Out to Ende. Great diving play by Thompson. And can Hilligus get to it? Can Lund get to it? Oh my goodness. Panthers just incredible defensively here in the 5th set. A big block there by Ende. And that off the wire and another point to Pitt. How about the hustle by the Pitt Panthers to keep Cincinnati off the scoreboard?
The never say die Panthers.
Look at this.
What a play.
Nika Markowitz. Good serve. Connor went down for it. Mallon tried to answer, and she does. Maria Mallon was really good early, kind of quiet here in the last little while, but comes through there.
And that's who they're going to look to, as Jordan Thompson's in the back row right now. Maria Mallon, the other outside on the court.
Kayo sets it up to Van Buskirk. Connor gets back after it. Go out to Williams. Blocked. Hilligus on the touch. Now to Williams once more. Thompson a drive from the back line. Out to Williams. Mishit it.
And that was some great defense by Nika Markowitz in the game on the right side for the Panthers. That set just coming up a little bit short for Lexis Akayo. Stephanie Williams not able to get a full swing on it.
Can't say enough about how Cincinnati has battled tonight after they were swept back on August 30th in decisive fashion by the Panthers. They have played a heck of a match here. Van Buskirk gets Pitt to 10. Pitt by 2.
And there you can see the late block by Cincinnati, not able to get the full double block on Van Buskirk.
Stephanie Williams, an ace!
And some rare emotion from Stephanie Williams, the redshirt senior for the Panthers.
I think she has been holding in that emotion for this set. This has been so much fun to watch. What an effort by Cincinnati. The Panthers have equaled it. You see there Nika Markowitz taking control of the huddle. Keeping it loose as here we are, Amanda, set 5.
And it was led early by the Panthers, went on a 4-0 run. And then coming right back with a 5-0 run of their own was Cincinnati, and really it's been back and forth ever since. But Pitt, the last couple of points, and then the big ace from Stephanie Williams.
Just the reaction of the crowd in the background as well. Stephanie Williams, again, a 3-time All-American honorable mention, had an up-and-down senior season. But she is on the service line now after an ace with a chance to help the Panthers get through to the Sweet 16 for the first time ever. This next point is crucial. And for Cincinnati, it really, you look at it, it probably has to go their way. Get down 4 with Pitt just 3 away. That would be really tough to dig out of. Not impossible, but want to cut this off now, and off the net. Pitt can't keep it. Mallon with the kill, and the Bearcats do get the point. They went right to Mallon.
And a huge point at that. You can see Mallon cutting on the inside of that block. Lexis Akayo again needs to pull that block in further, give Van Buskirk a chance to get the hitting shoulder of Mallon.
Pitt 11, Cincinnati 9. Heckenmuller on the serve. And Kayla Lund.
And what what can you say about the leadership of Stephanie Williams and Kayla Lund? Stephanie Williams getting the bump set over to Lund and putting it away.
Haley Hilligus hit by 3 away, and Thompson, Jordan Thompson again, her 26th kill tonight. Cincinnati keeps getting that point when they have to have it. And now, look who's on the service line, Maria Mallon. She has been dynamic back there tonight. Can she do it again? What a rocket. Out to Lund, and Lund off the net. Cincinnati now down 1. They got it to who they wanted to get it to with Mallon serving, but Lund put it off the net, and another timeout taken, this one by Dan Fisher.
And you have to, if you're Dan Fisher, you need to slow down Cincinnati. You have to slow down Maria Mallon, as she has been one of the best servers in this entire game. With that topspin jump serve, it's so difficult, but we saw a great pass from Hilligus on that one, just not able to finish was Kayla Lund. So it's really all about the first pass on this serve from Mallon. If you can get a good one, or even a decent one, you have Lexis Akeo, who's been a great player on the ACC all-freshman team. She can get where she needs to, but it's about, can you get the first good pass to get a set up and then put the ball away.
Maria Mallon, she's going to take the serve. She has by far been the most impressive back there on that service line. She has made it tough on Pitt.
And she had the 16 kills last night against VCU to now go against with 18.
Mallon, the sophomore from Chesterfield, Michigan. Williams handles it. Out to Lund, blocked. Hilligus comes in after it. Lund tries it again. They go to Thompson. She finishes, and we're tied at 12.
Big block there by Cincinnati, and Hilligus, right place, right time. And then Jordan Thompson just going right over and through that block of the Panthers.
What fight, a 3-0 run by Cincinnati. Mallon, another big serve, out to Lund. They keep going to her, and Cincinnati takes the lead and is 2 away from advancing. Maria Mallon, they cannot get her off the line. A 4-0 run for the Bearcats. Akeo out to Lund, and Pitt ties it. They just keep force-feeding it to Kayla Lund, wanting their best player to come through.
They got stuck in that rotation. That was their best option. You only have 2 hitters out of that rotation. You need to go to your best hitter out of that option, and that's Kayla Lund.
Now the 17-year-old freshman, Lexis Akeo. Out to Thompson. Get a block on it. And not a good ball up at the net, and Cincinnati is on match point with a trip to the Sweet 16 at stake. Looking to pull the upset. Dan Fisher will use a timeout, or is he challenging this?
It'll be a challenge. He did pull out the green card. And at this point, I guess the thought is, if you have one, use it just in case.
that really quickly. And it stays Cincinnati's point.
I think, if anything, might have actually been the arm of Kayla Lund that went into the net a little bit.
Kirsten Ficker had the first serve of the night. Will she have the last? Illigus had to go back after it. They get it to Starks, touches it over, and Cincinnati handles it. Now Mallon from the back line, and Cincinnati is moving on. The Bearcats pull a stunner in Pittsburgh as they take down the Panthers in 5 sets, rallying from 2-1 down, and look at the celebration on the court for the Bearcats. The ACC champs bow out early, and Cincinnati advances to face Penn State in the Sweet 16. Arguably the best player in the country in Jordan Thompson. What a night she had, Amanda, 27 kills, but a very balanced effort. And Maria Mallon, I think you look at her as the top player in this game with what she did on the service line and at the net.
And you just have to credit the Bearcats. Every time you thought that Pitt was going to take it away, they came back. And as you said, Maria Mallon, easily the player of the game. Credit Pitt for what they've been able to do this season, just weren't able to come up in clutch time.
Yeah, congratulations to Molly Alvey and the Bearcats as they move on. For Amanda Sila and our great crew, I'm Josh Roundtree saying so long from Pittsburgh, where the final score, Cincinnati 3, Pittsburgh 2. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on the ACC network, download the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.